And my live, just trying to make sure everything's set up. I've just had a big move around, so yeah, I did test everything, but hopefully everything is working. So tonight we are going to be looking at embossing paste. I must admit I haven't used this for a while. It has sort of sat in my cupboard, and actually when I went to use the glittery sort of embossing paste, it already dried up. But I want to show you another way that you can make it glittery as well. So I'll show you that tonight, plus some other ideas on how to use your embossing paste and making the most of it. So as I say, welcome to Tuesday night. And just as I'm waiting for people to come on, there's sort of three things. Sign up for our extravaganza if you live in Auckland or Hamilton. We've got some fantastic day events on where you get to make 5 projects and you just have such a fun day. It is so much fun. It's all about Christmas. I have my Christmas tree class going, last day to sign up on the 20th. Make 4 cards, you get the kits and everything in the mail, and videos, plus our joining just this fantastic birthday deal that Stampin' Up has on at the moment, and such a fantastic time to join. So many reasons to become a demonstrator, lots and lots of reasons. Love to share them with you, so contact me if you are interested. It would be so fantastic to have you as part of my amazing team. Anyway, let's flick over. Whoops, I nearly pressed finish. We haven't finished yet. To the desktop. Okay, embossing paste. Just a little quick thing about it. It comes in these bottles. When you open it, so there's the glimmer paste and the standard embossing. Hi, Shani. Oh, fantastic. Hi, Lynette. Oh, you've been working together. Oh, that's always so much fun, isn't it? Just love it when you can work with someone. It's really good. I've got embossing paste tonight, and when you get it, it doesn't have this plastic on it. It just comes in this tube. And then when you open it up, it does have a silver seal on it. But I always, when I open it, I just get some Glad wrap or something like that, and I put that in the lid. So when I close it, it's got an extra seal, and then I pop it into a plastic bag as well. It does dry out very, very easily, so just a wee hint there. And also when you're using it, once you take it out and put it on your site that you're going to be using it, always put the lid back on because it does dry out. Okay, so the other thing that you'll need, I'm going to use my silicone mat. I've been playing with this today. I have cleaned it, but it needs a good soak. And these 2 implements here for using the paste. Excuse me. As I say, I have not used this in a while. So I'm just going to give you some fabulous ideas on how to use it. So just quickly, this will help show you the paste as well. If you wanted to just put it on something, oops, don't know what that is, put it on something and it makes really good snow, something like that, you can just pop that on just straight, just like that, and you can make some gorgeous patterns in there. You could actually even, with the paste, you can make a shape in it if you want, and then leave it to dry, and that dries very, very firm, so that won't budge or come off once it's dried. So you can use it just like that, straightforward, or you can use it, and there's me, I've left the lid off, you see, too busy talking. We are going to use, for the next couple, a stencil. So I know everyone has seen the fabulous sunflower stencils from these Abundant Beauties, but there are other ones in there as well. Now, it doesn't snow here in New Zealand, and as Shani and Lynette know, it doesn't snow in Australia either. Well, it does in some parts, I guess, but generally speaking, We don't have white Christmases, but I still do like to make Christmas cards with a bit of snow sometimes. So I'm just going to take this out. Now when you're using it like this, you want to put it not on the top but underneath, because you're going to use that too. It's like icing a cake really. So just spread it on, and a little bit in this scenario actually goes a very long way. As you can see, you just keep spreading it. Now this would be white like I just did on that other piece, but I actually want to have a bit of glimmer in this one because, as I say, my glimmer one was dry, so I couldn't use it. So I have put a little bit of Winkostella pen in here and some alcohol, and I'm just going to spritz this. Hopefully you're going to be able to see this actually. Just spritz this with a bit of that, let it dry for a second. And just going to take that off. And there, I'll put these aside because I have to give them a good soak afterwards. There you have beautiful shimmery, I don't know if you can see that on there, shimmery snowflakes. So you can do that if you've, like me, and your shimmery one has dried out. I don't think you can see it actually, but it is quite gorgeous, gorgeous shimmery. So I'll set that aside and I'll just let that dry for a minute. Okay, so another way of doing that, I'll just show you with this. Using, well, we could use that one again actually. Let's see. We'll use that again, seeing as I've already got stuff on it. Not that so I'm just going to, I won't do the whole thing this time. Let's just add some down there. Actually, I just grabbed this out of, I have done the whole thing after all, chatting away. Grabbed this out of my drawer, and it's been a while since I've used it, so I hope it is working all right. But the other thing, you can add colour as well with a bit of water and make it as strong, or as, don't want this all over my, so just spritz a bit of colour on there. Hopefully that is not all over my desk. Okay, and then you get the colour as well, just by spritzing the colour on like that. So that's kind of cute as well, and easy to do. Okay, I'll set that aside to dry. But the other way that I want to show you about adding colour is let me see. Okay, I'm going to take this one here. So this is a bit of pecan pie, and I'm going to use the leaf for this. Now I haven't taped these down. You can always tape these down if you want to, but I find if once you start putting the paste on, it does sort of stay in place. So now I've got some re-inkers. I've got some pumpkin pie, copper clay, and granny apple green. So I'm just going to take 3 bits out. Don't need a lot, but you do have to be wary if you're doing colours to put enough out, because I really don't need that much, but there we go. If you run out of colour, chances are you won't get exactly the same colour the next time. So let's put the lid on that. Okay. Now I want the colours to be not too dark. So I'm not going to add, actually I might do copper clay first. I'm not going to add too much colour. I'm just going to make a soft colour. Okay, let's mix that up. And you can always add, if the colour isn't how you want it, you can obviously always add a little bit more. It's probably a little bit darker than I wanted, but let's add a bit in. That's better. Okay, so then you just go about adding it. Now I'm not worried if the colours do run onto each other for this, so I'm just being quite loose with, now this is on these acorns that are on here, so I thought I'd put some on that first, and then I'm just adding bits around as well. Oops, it's me saying it doesn't move. Okay, so I've got way too much there, as you can see. Okay, now I want to do the pumpkin pie. Let's take that bit out there. And just a little drop. Hi Veronica, welcome from California. Hope everything is good over there. Okay, so once again I'm just randomly adding it to the stencil. It's like when you forget about something, like obviously as I said I've forgotten about the embossing paste, and you sort of get it out again, have a play. It's like having something new again, isn't it? So much fun. Okay. Okay, the next one, I'll just wipe that. It's going to be the green. It looks a blinking awful mess at the moment, I must admit. Oops, got a bit of orange in there. There you go. And so I'll finish off with this green. So as you can see, because it's quite light, oh, I forgot that one, that's all right. Doesn't really look like granny apple green so much, does it? But it's a nice colour. I lifted that off, have I? I think, I hope not. Hopefully I have not moved it. This looks suspicious. Okay, I think I did move it a bit. Oh well, it's going to be a big mess then. Maybe I should have taped it down. Okay. Just adding the leftover colours in here now. Okay, the next thing I want to do though, so as you can tell, if I lifted that up, the colours would be as is, if you know what I mean, mix of colours. This is one I did earlier with sort of darker colours. That's quite dark, and I didn't like that. I wanted the colours lighter. So if you then go and add some embossing powder, this is copper. So I'm just adding it randomly. Just have to really give that a bit of a clean afterwards though. And I'm hoping I haven't moved the stencil too much so that it's a big mess. Nope, all good. And then, of course, you get your heat tool, which mine's just dropped on the floor. Okay. And then you just heat it up. So it does bubble a little bit, but it's fine. And see what happens. I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Oops, can't turn it off. So hopefully you can see that. Oops, the copper then really does give that a fantastic, well, it shimmers and it's sort of even more like if you're wanting that autumn feel, it's got that real autumn feel about it. So let me just show you a couple of cards then. I'll put this one, I'll put this over here. My goodness, it's a bit of a mess. Okay, so the card I made with that leaf pattern, I just used this, oops, make sure I'm in the, these are from the Ladybug stamp set, another stamp set that I hadn't used for ages. Hello Ladybug, just the two big leaves on there. And the happy birthday and those little gorgeous little dragonflies. So loved how that turned out with the real, all the texture and the colour in the leaves. It does look like enamel. Yeah, it does. And then we'll quickly use this one here. Just going to make a very simple card. Hopefully I've not lost all my pieces. Oh, this is another couple that I wanted to show you before we put that together. So that was using Fresh Freesia and Balmy Blue. That was one of the other stencils, just to show you what that looked like. So keeping that very, very light. And then this is just keep it doing a couple of colours. That's the green and just the copper clay for the little acorns on there. So that's only adding those two colours. Quite simple. And of course then you had the one we did with the enamel. So let's just pop this together. I decided to make it, I didn't really want to cover too much of the snowflakes up. So I am just going to do this. So I've done a little thin boho blue mat underneath there. And then I have got, so if you have seen the Garden Meadow Suite, this is stunning. I have got this little this arch from the dies here, and this is the Winter Meadow paper with the deer. I just think that goes so nicely with that paper. And I'm just going to, so I'm going to keep this quite simple. Keep going off my chair skew with, and I'm obviously going off the screen all the time, so I am sorry. Okay, one more. The trouble is, it is a bit messy, this embossing paste, but then if it's not glue or ink or something like that, I do tend to get one of those, obviously those crafters that everything gets on me. I get involved with my product, obviously. Okay. Must have knocked that a bit crooked. Okay. Let's pop that on. And then all I've done is added the sentiment from, I'll show you the card, that's the Joy of Noel. And I white embossed it, and then I stamped it in boho blue ink and then cut out. So the stamp is all in one stamp, making spirits bright. So just, I think that looks really cool when you mix it like that on there. And just added some of these beautiful glittery gems. I've used these so much. These are the adhesive back sparkle gems. There's gold and black and silver. Just love those. So that's quite simple with that. And as I say, this is the one I did with the leaves. But the possibilities of all these techniques are so cool to make lots and lots and lots of different style cards with using this embossing paste. Just love it. Oh gosh, they get everywhere, don't they, those dimensionals. And then of course that was the one I showed you with just using the paste on straight on the cardstock. So I hope you give that a go. I love how they turned out, and take care, and I will see you next week. Make sure to like and share if you enjoyed this video, and yeah, have a fantastic week. Bye.